And here we are. Let's do our two demis and one grand on this beautiful Tuesday. Minding allongés before something happens. All right, here we go. That's it. And relax when you're ready. Okay. Here we go to the other side. There is an allongé before your circular port de bras as well, just saying. Okay, here we go. go flex and the side and the front and the rotate and rotate and rotate and point and the close and the one and back and the side and the rotate and rotate and rotate, point and the close and flex back, just up and the side and the back, and now rotate 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Let's go inside plie, outside plie, through your feet, heels down. Back and the side and the back, rotate on the dance 3 times. Point and the close, the same to the side and to the front. Inside side, outside side, roll through in first and stay there. And here we go. Good, here we go. To the other side, please. And make sure you feel these flexors in both legs. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 inside front. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 to the front and 1 to the side and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 front, 1 side, 1 back. Tendu to second roll through. In your second, reverse that roll through. Stretch and close. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 to the back. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 back, 1 side. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 back, 1 side, 1 front. Into your second, stay. That's all it wants to be. And here we go. That's it. Close and go. Little fingers. And relax. That's it. Here we go. To the other side and relax. That's it. Okay. Similar in scheme. Front and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 to the back. Side and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 to the back and 1 to the side and the back and 2 and 3 and 4, front and the side and the back, front and the side and the back, back and the side and the front, soutenu, other side, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 tendus to the back, side, each one changes. 1 to the back and the 1 to the side, back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. We have no other choice but to start the inside encore from the front. 1 more on the outside, 1 more from the back, and soutenu to the other side.
So it goes front, side, back, wait, and then back, side, front.
And there's a plie. Let's have a nice plie there after these 3 tendus encore, as we just did. Front, side, back, plie, outside, front, side, back, plie, outside, back, side, front, plie, and soutenu. First one to the side doesn't change. It does change, my bad.
It's the music. So 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1,
No,
2.
no, 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 no. Four, as we just did. Four to the front,
Oh,
two
that's
to the
what.
back,
Okay, I was trying to make it
four
one
to the
parade.
side, right, right. Then two,
Okay.
one back, one side, four to the back, one front, one side, one back plie, then outside, front, side, back plie, outside, back, side, front, and soutenu. So you're starting with four Z's
Okay.
and you're ending with three Z's. Okay, here we go. Oh, side, nice and tall in your hips. One and two, four, one, three, two demi plie, and three more, one, to the other side we go, and one, keep it nice and tall in your hip, especially to the side, trying to slam them, that's better. And finish, that's it. Front and side and back, balance right and three and four, back and side and front, balance right and three and four, front and side and back, front and side and back, front and side and back and side and front, soutenu, other side, front and front and side and back, balance right and seven and eight and back and side and front, balance right inside, front and two and three, inside two and three, outside two and three and four and five, soutenu, other side. Are we good? All right, here we go. Not slow. And fifth and fifth and fifth. One and two and three. Fifth and fifth and fifth. One and two and three. Fifth. To the other side and one. And fifth and fifth and fifth. Yeah, you really need to accent in, otherwise it's not going to work.
I forgot the combination.
Okay, here we go. And
Wait, it starts with fifth, 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 and then
yes, yes, correct, got it. See, sometimes I have to look at my passport in the morning to remember who I am. So do not worry. And here we go. And hold on, it's encore. It's encore, front and side and back, inside balance for us, back and side and front, inside balance for us. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. One and the two and the three and the four and the five and the six and the coupe. One and the two and the three and the four, two coupes. 1 and the 2 and the coupe and 4 and coupe and change and cheval and cheval and cheval up to your passé and flat. Close your fifth. First and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 coupe. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 2 coupes. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and cheval and cheval and cheval and cheval up and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Close fifth to tenue. Other side. First, 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 fifth coupe. First, 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 fifth coupe twice. First and fifth coupe just once, cheval 1 and 2 and 3. There are 4 of them. I showed that wrong the first time. Up to your passé and flat. Reverse with passé relevé and soutenu. Careful with these firsts and fifths. Okay, here we go. Let's not forget that last coupe before your pas de cheval. Here we go. First, fifth coupe, then cheval. That's it. 2, 3. Oh. And I believe there were only 2 in the end.
Yeah,
I
I
did
guess
4.
that.
Okay. Let's go brush front and the fifth and the back and the fifth and the side to passé and the stay. Forward and back and the side demi-rond pour de bras. Rons and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Front and the back and the front to passé relevé. Temps lié, and the brush, and the brush, and the brush to passé and the stay. Temps lié back and the front and away, and the 2 demi-rond up and over back. 8 and the 7 and 6 and the 5, 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Back and the front and the back to passé relevé. 2 temps liés. Ready to start.
The first time you did tailliés to the side, instead of, do you want it front and back and front and then front and back?
The first time you go forward and back and the side before your port de bras.
Well, I mean after
the balance was, you're going passé just temps lié back and the front or temps lié front and back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Try to feel these in between fourths as long as you can when you brush front and back. And then you come back as well. To the side. Stay. Forward and the back to the side. Demi-rond pour de bras and 5. balance va plier back to passing. Here we go. Yeah, it's only 2 balance bars.
Yeah.
Here we go, left side please. And fingertips and toes together. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 and the 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, 7 and 8, 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, 7 and 8. Brush through to your balance. Close. 1 and the plie inside and the plie in front and the plie stretch. 1 balance bar. Start with another balance bar, so it comes the other way the second time. Balance bar from the back again, and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Brush through to releve. Close fifth, soutenu, other side. So it goes front, back, front. And here we go. Nice and small. 1. Just careful there in the end not to push yourself backward. Think it's a tumble forward. Maybe a little bit less drastic. Okay, everything in proportion. Let's go port-a-bras to the bar. 2 and the 3 and the 4. Fondu to the front. Fondu to the side. Inside front. Outside. No, hold on. Fondu to the front. Fondu to the back. Fondu to the side and the stay. Away from the bar and the 3 and the 4. Fondu to the back. Fondu to the side. Again, start with the same leg to the back. Fondu to the front, fondu to the side, tiny balance, close fifth and soutenu. To the bar, fondu front, fondu side, fondu front, fondu back, fondu side, tiny balance. Away from the bar, fondu back and side, fondu back, front and side, tiny balance and soutenu. Everything just 45 degrees. Articulated. And here we are. Port-a-bras. Okay, let's start that reverse set. Here we go. Away from the bar. front and the 2 and the 3, fouilleté, brush it through, fouilleté and the close. Back and the 2 and side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, flick flack on the or and the close. Back and the 2 and the 3, fouilleté, brush through, fouilleté and the close. So front and the side and the back and the side, flick flack on the grand soutenu. Did I go side twice? 3 times, I think. Side and the 2. No, it should be en croix. Front and the side and the back and the side, flick flack on the grand soutenu.
Yeah, I think you did en croix first.
Front and the 2 and the 3 and the fouilleté through, one more fouilleté close. Back and the 2 and the 3, fouilleté, brush it through, fouilleté close. Front and the side and the back and the side, flick, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7. There we go. I'm getting dyslexic on you. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7. I knew I forgot something. Petit but more and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the close. Back and the 2 and the 3, fouilleté, brush it through, fouilleté and the close. Front and the 2 and the 3, fouilleté, brush it through, fouilleté close. Back and the side and the front and the side, flick flack on the long demi plié. Petit but more and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the done.
Two, three, oh.
Through.
Then go through.
Yep, and close. Reverse.
2, 3, 4.
Through and close. En croix 4.
2, 3, 4.
Plié, flick flack en dehors. Petit. That's it. Yep.
And then it reverses.
Yeah. No. Yes, yeah, it does a reverse. You're right. I'm wrong. Okay. Here we go. One and the 2 and the 3, fouilleté, brush through, fouilleté and the close. So a little less time than you think. Make sure you're brushing through for your second fouilleté. Brush through, plié, go, and the close. That's it.
And it finishes in 5th.
Yes, it does finish in 5th. It wants to feel as if you were being back, but you're closing 5th position. So you can start your reverse immediately out of that. So frappé number 3 needs to plié to give you enough time to get it all done in 8 counts.
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, around and close. There is no big pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there is not all that much time to plier in between these two fouilletés. It's quick. And it is quick on purpose. So you might just remember that it is the halfway point in between your fouilletés that will get you where you need to go. And go. And close. Go. Flick, flick. Oh. Here's your Tuesday challenge. As soon as you arrive, you have to brush through into another plié for your second fouilleté. So if you're starting to collapse like a Swiss Army knife during your fouilleté, this is not going to work ever. And the only savior is your à la seconde, either facing the bar or facing out in between your fouettés. So when it feels fast, you actually have to slow down instead of getting in the panic mode. Okay, here we go. And relevé, plié, relevé, close. And remember, it needs to go away from your center. As long as you're getting too far in your standing leg, it makes it even slower than you want it to be. It worked 1.5 times or so that's already good. Remember, despite your instinct, you have to let go of the bar as soon as your relevé starts. Instead of clinging onto it in the feeble attempt of pushing yourself off the bar. Okay, here we go. Excepting for your plie and your balance where you need to coincide. Even that was a little bit too late. Your working leg is a little bit too late coming through. There, through go. That's right. So basically there is no separation between these two. As soon as you get there, you have to brush through for your second one. Let's do it again tomorrow. What do you say?
Okay.
If I remember. But I just might, because this is a particularly mean one. Okay. Let's go coupe and 2 and passé and 4 and développé to the front. Coupe and 2 and passé and 4. Let me settle on these arms. Coupe arms through first, passé arms through third. Coupe and 2, passé and 4, développé à la seconde. Coupe to other to front. Stretch. Pas de bruit, soutenu. Coupe 2, coupe B4, développé. Coupe B2, passé 4, développé. Coupe B2 and the passé and 4 and the développé à la seconde. Coupe front, attitude balance, stretch, pas de bruit, and soutenu. And here we go. And coupe. Relax on top of your développé. Again, relax on 2 grand battements to the front, coupe, attitude, stretch and close. 2 grand battements, don't change your first one. Yes, do change your first one. 2 grand battements to the side, coupe, the same attitude. 1 to the front and the 1 to the side and the 1 to the back and the 1 to the side, coupe, attitude. One more time, stretch, close, soutenu. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, plié, coupe, stay. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, plié, attitude, stay. 1 to the front and the 2 to the side and the 3 and the 4. 1 more attitude, balance, stretch, close, fifth, soutenu. And here we go. Down, up, let go. But careful not to get yourself out of your own orbit. When you let go, that's better. Encore. And one more. Careful with the elbow. One. Careful, even if there's a little less time. Don't rush that letting go. Make sure your elbows are aligned. Let's take a nice stretch before we come to the center. I believe we have to do this one more time. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, plié, coupé, tenlié. Écarté, 2 and the 3 and the 4, coupé, tenlié, close back. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, coupé, tenlié, forward and the close. And then I don't remember. And the front and the back and the side relevé, tombé, pas de bruit. Front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, plié, coupé, tenlié back. Écarté and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, coupé, tenlié, close behind. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, plié, coupé, forward. 1 front, 1 back, 2 to the side, or relevé, tombé, pas de bruit.
Okay.
Let's give this a mark, hold on. Okay. I thought Jane was sending me something. This coupé arms in first, but land écarté front. So arm up when you land and back. Did I confuse you?
Yeah. Wait a minute. So you're here.
And then land in the other écarté. So have your arms in first for your coupé. Yes, exactly. Then close behind. Yeah. I need to DW40 my bar stool. It's really creaky, but I can promise you it's not my knees yet. Okay, here we go. Almost. How about today, we'll do dégagés instead of tendus. On the or tenlié back, on the or tenlié side, on the dedans tenlié forward. And it would be very nice to feel your turn in the process of going up and over into whichever fourth or second position you need to go next. Okay, and dégagés. Ha ha ha. Okay, here we go. Dégagé. Exactly, on the what? Twisting. Dégagé. Sorry. Yes, these are all dégagés, not just the first four. Sorry. And then you're landing into a tendu from your écarté, so you're finishing up with two straight knees before you close your fifth position back. It's not a tambi.
Yeah, I got my coordination.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you feel plié on both legs, then you're landing out of your coupé turns.
Okay.
That'll help. Okay. And remember, your coupé foot needs to hit the floor first. First your coupé toes on the floor, then your standing leg heel on the floor. Instead of the other way around. Okay, here we go. And feel second plié. Stretch and close. Oh, one. Dégagé. Dégagé. And but let's not discriminate against our pliés there. One. Plié, stretch, and close. One. Okay. Develop here one and plié and two and plié and attitude. Tendu back. Écarté and two and three and four. Close fifth. Passé. Two tendu. Develop here back and plié and front. Plié fouilleté. Plié. Pas de bruit. Tendu and plié, attitude, tendu to plié, attitude, tendu, pas de bruit. You're ready for the other side. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Développé into plié front, into plié back, attitude, tendu back. Écarté 2 and 3 and 4 close fifth and relevé, so you can pass it from relevé to tendu. Through your fifth, développé back, développé front. Fouilleté, feel your à la seconde, début plié. Pas de bruit. Tendu, plié. One more time, attitude to tendu back. Prepare in fourth. Attitude turn to tendu back. And pas de bruit. So just close and switch feet. and switch feet. But I'm making that into a pas de bourrée. So you turn, you tourniquet back, front, side, back.
Oh,
Yep, correct. First time it's attitude relevé, tourniquet back. Écarté for 4 counts, close fifth, and relevé. Switch legs, passé, tourniquet back in front. Développé, croisé back this time. Plié. Plié. And to the front. The
oh,
same
that's
as we did before, it's like a reverse, correct. Now fouilleté, en dedans. Relevé, plié, pas de bourrée. Tendu, croisé front. Attitude, tourniquet back. Plié fourth. Attitude. Tourniquet back. And pas de bourrée to switch. Right.
okay.
Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Let's have these arms up. Écarté. You can close a little sooner if you like. Oh, not like me. 2 tourniquets. Close. Plié. Fouilleté. I'm getting in trouble with my furniture. Attitude. Tourniquet. Plié. Attitude. Tourniquet. You know what? We can have a tourniquet pas de bourrée full. It's slow enough. After the attitude turn, FSA, just go tourniquet pas de bourrée par terre. Instead of having that awkward closing. And yes, we can stop between sides because it is half of a swan lake.
Okay.
And here we go. Closing fifth relevé. Switch. Feel it strong FSA. Plié. À la seconde. Up. Plié. Yes. Yes, you want to feel your à la seconde, but you don't want to stop there. So you need to keep your standing leg heel going into the arabesque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, there's a difference between popping your heel and between relevating.
Right.
Especially for that first balance and attitude that is a little bit slower than you like. Yeah,
Right.
take your time. Don't hesitate with it, but control your heel actually moving over your toes. Or even better, push your toes into the floor so your heel has no other option but to move with control over your toes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Arms, 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 and that is the magic of the Tonlier back. Yes. It was interesting. I taught a class yesterday, and it's a summer class, so it's mixed levels. And there were two girls in it that could not manage an attitude without that leg just coming around.
Yeah.
And so I actually made up a similar combination where they had no other choice but to fall backward, and all of a sudden it fixed their attitude turns.
Huh.
Yeah. Which is only proof that each wallaby must fall toward the leg that is sticking out. Okay. Even so, I'm sure many people will disagree with me, but I'll take up that fight. Possibly in the comment section. Okay.
Yeah.
And just to make my point, balancez forward and effacez, pliez, and attitude to Tonlier, pliez to attitude to Tonlier. Balancez side and chassez and Tonlier, pliez, pirouettes, two fourths. Forward and effacez and pliez, just relevé, Tonlier, pliez, 1.5 to Tonlier back. Side and two and chassez and Tonlier, pliez, pirouettes, two fourths. How are we doing?
Yeah, we can mark it.
Okay. These Tonliers are in there so you don't have too much time to sit in your pliés.
After the front, back.
There's no back.
Oh, that's right. It's here and
Tendu, plié immediately. So it is kind of rocking of the baby. Attitude, Tonlier back. Tonlier back. One move fourth. Now turn that. Straight into fourth. Yep, now turn that, changing your corner, Tonlier back. Now you can start to the side. And make sure you feel it en face to the side, to balancez side. Don't confuse yourself with some diagonal action there. And then just chassez, croisez front, two Tonliers again. Now heel down and go. Fourth. Now you're ready to switch to the other side. Forward, tendu back. Plié, attitude, Tonlier.
And that's not a turn.
That is just a relevé, correct. I just want you to feel that aggressive push backward. And now have the same preparation one more time and to do exactly the same thing with the turn, correct. As aggressive as before, and then side to side. Chassez forward, two more Tonliers. This is all to keep your center suspended between your legs and to give yourself very little time to worry about things. I'll be good to give this a try.
It'll be a try.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. And not bad, not bad. Don't freak yourself out just because your pirouette once in a while works.
Well, it was actually
Yes.
forgetting the second side.
And yes, technically that attitude wants to be a 1.5 C instead of just a half C or three-quarter E or whatever that is. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. You feel your front foot, you brush your back foot to attitude to turn your back one more time. Uh-huh. That's right. Think you're horsey and you're kicking behind you. And do the same thing again with the spot change and think of a single turn. Yes,
Well,
that's the idea, but turn your back. You need
yeah,
to know that immediately, otherwise, yes, that thing is going to fall the wrong way. That is just the nature of the beast. Okay. And almost one. Chassé croisé, tendez, plié, fourth, and turn. No, it would have been It's such a good thing we only have two legs. Uh-huh. Tendez. There we go, plié. Would you like to have that one more time?
yeah.
Let's start with your right foot in front again. So,
Well, I never did the left.
okay. Then let's do the left. Otherwise, I would
Yeah.
have done both again. Okay. Uh-huh. Two tendez. Mm-hmm.
That's trickier than it looks.
It is trickier, especially if you stop in between to think,
Yeah.
instead of just letting yourself go with the flow, which is not easy because there's a lot of stuff packed into the thing.
Yeah.
Would you like to see this one more time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So how about emphasizing more on the back and forth in balances and in preparations instead of the releves that are happening to be strewn somewhere there in the middle? Make these releves part of the back and forth, if you know what I mean. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Really feel that strong push into your tablier back when you turn that attitude. It doesn't stretch to arabesque. The trajectory is down into plie fourth.
Yeah, there's an awkwardness to that.
Of course there is, because we hate falling backward. And here we go. There we go, but it should have been still a tabli. Oh, and right. The more you dare to fall, the more stable your turn will be. And that is just the weirdest fact of life that there is out there. Because we are so trained to be on our leg,
Yeah.
and it works for some people. Okay. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, fourth and the fifth and the second and fifth, assemblée, changement. Glissade and changement, changement, glissade, assemblée. Oh, that is so mean and rotten and nasty. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement. Changement, glissade, assemblée. I think that is what I did the first time. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, assemblée, changement. Glissade, changement. Glissade, change, changement. Changement, glissade, assemblée. Fourth and the fifth and the second and fifth, assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement. Let's have one more assemblée, glissade, assemblée, and be done with it. So latest and greatest. Assemblée, changement, glissade, and changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée. Then you're on the other side. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, fourth and the fifth and the second and fifth, assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement, one more assemblée, glissade, assemblée on the other side. Is that slowly settling in?
One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Assemblée, glissade, changement.
No, assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement. It's an assemblée, changement sandwich. Assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement. One more assemblée from your back foot. One glissade, assemblée on the other side. So the phrase is assemblée, changement, glissade, changement. Assemblée, glissade, assemblée. Little Alzheimer's prevention here. Assemblée, changement.
Changement.
Glissade, change.
Glissade, change.
Changement.
Changement.
One more assemblée. And glissade, assemblée on the other side.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement. One more assemblée, glissade, assemblée on the other side.
Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement.
One more assemblée. That's the end of that level.
Assemblée, glissade, assemblée.
That's it, exactly. It starts and ends with the same assemblée before you switch legs.
Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée.
Exactly. Got it. Very good to mark this.
Yeah.
Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée. 2. Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée.
So what?
Okay, let's see if you get less stuck than me. And
it to the left, so I have no idea. So,
Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement, assemblée.
so,
Glissade, assemblée. There you go.
no. Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement,
One more assemblée.
assemblée, glissade, assemblée. Yeah.
I guess it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Don't forget that assemblée without the glissade.
So it's
Changement, assemblée. Assemblée, changement, my bad.
assemblée, changement,
Glissade.
glissade,
But glissade changes. That is where you go wrong.
glissade,
No.
changement,
One more
glissade.
assembly. No. One more assembly on that side, and the glissade assembly happens on the other side. Brush down and the change. Changement. Brush down and change. One more brush down. Same side. Now glissade assembly to finish. So it's assemblée left, changement, glissade left, changement, assemblée left, glissade, assemblée on the other side.
Assemblée, changement, glissade, changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée.
Exactly. Would you like to try this side one more
To the
time?
left, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. The only thing missing after your changement, after the glissade would have been an assemblée. That's where you get stuck.
Assemblée,
And then you
changement,
can
glissade,
changement. You were doing
changement.
everything right. Now there's one more assemblée on this side. That is what you like to eat. Now glissade assemblée is no problem. So just keep thinking it hard further. Assemblée, changement, glissade, change, changement. Assemblée. Yes, now you can go to the other side. It's a club sandwich, not just a sandwich. It gets 3 layers of bread. An assemblée, then your meat is your changement, then your glissade is your next layer of bread.
Glissade, changement. Oh, no,
And
that's the wrong leg.
because you need to change your glissade.
Assemblée, changement, glissade,
Glissade,
changement,
changement,
assemblée,
assemblée,
glissade,
glissade.
assemblée.
Yeah, easy peasy. Ha ha ha. Evil laugh from the abyss. Here we go. And how about trying it one more time on the other side? I think your left is a little confused. It may need to take a look at the right once again because there was no problem there.
Assemblée, glissade, changement.
I'm not quite sure where you're at. Assemblée, changement.
Here. Assemblée, changement,
Glissade.
glissade, changement, assemblée,
Yes,
glissade,
correct,
assemblée.
correct. Yes. And remember, the trick is you never land in fifth after your changement. You always anticipate the next brush. either into your glissade or into your third or second assembly, I should say. Okay, here we go. Yes,
I
yes,
can only do once.
yes. Okay, you want to try the left? Just make sure you don't land in fifth after your changement, and make sure you change your glissade.
That's the rule. Simply, so.
No, no, no. Assemblée, changement, glissade. You're missing your changement after the assemblée. Assemblée, changement. Now glissade. Changement, assemblée, glissade, assemblée. There you go. And here we go. Yes, succès. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow, and maybe we'll see this one tomorrow too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.